Here we are once again. Hope you're having a good week, a great week, and greetings to you all. Thank you for joining us again on Thursday night. Firstly, I must apologise. My camera's gone a bit weird on the phone, so I'm using the one on the laptop, and it's not directly in front of me, or I'm not directly in front of it. So if I keep glancing my head to one side, it's making sure I'm somewhere in the right place. So it's good fun, really, isn't it? Mind, it's better than being outside. If you hear any funny noises, it's probably the rain on the roof over here. Most of you probably know that a lot of houses in New Zealand and Australia have just got the corrugated iron as roofing material. And when it rains, it sounds like the seagulls have got bobnail boots on doing a dance. It's quite noisy, to say the least. Then this, where I am at the moment, is underneath. It's in a room that has a little deck off the front of it, which is just tin with nothing underneath it to absorb the sound. So I'd have to keep focused on that. If you hear anything strange, don't worry. If the screen goes blank, worry. But otherwise, I hope we're all sitting comfortable now. Already, are all our phones turned off? Got a sign on the door that says "Do not disturb," enter at your own risk, and anything like that. Whatever else it takes, really, just to keep people at bay while we sit down for 20 minutes to do our meditation. I'm going to focus a bit different tonight. I think I'm going to focus on ourselves as human beings, because a lot of us are going through a lot of stress, a lot of hassles, whether apparently COVID is having a real strange effect. It's not only the flu-like symptoms, but the mental and emotional stress it puts on people is quite amazing. A lot of people get over the actual physical illness, but then they've got the emotional and mental illness to get over. And in a lot of instances, it affects people's minds. They go a bit strange, affects relationships, affects them detrimentally, I hasten to add. So I think we might focus on that tonight. We will mention the planet towards the end, but only briefly. I think we'll get ourselves sorted out, get us in a marathon fitness regime, so we're ready for whatever comes along. That's the theory. If it rains too much, doesn't matter. Everything's going to get wet and soaked and not work anyway. So, on that cheerful thought, we'll make a start. As I say, you've all sitting nice and comfortably by now, I trust, I hope. So, if you could make sure your legs and arms aren't crossed, both feet are preferably flat on the floor. It's better to be sitting. If you lay down, you can tend to go to sleep and miss most of it. And you wonder where that half an hour went. So, let's just start by breathing fairly normally. We'll just take a breath in. And we focus on this breath because we notice and we are aware that it has a special vibration with it. And the vibration is that of the healing energy that we're taking into ourselves first. And as we breathe it in, we can feel it going down our body through our internal organs to the pit of our stomach, where it comes to rest. Rest in as much as it doesn't keep going down. It's still very active. And as we breathe out, we become aware of breathing out some of the thoughts of the day, some of the niggly bits, arguments, anything that caused us any sort of distress and traumatized us. Just be aware of those leaving us for now, or for good. And as we take another breath in, we're aware a bit more of the actual energy within this breath. And as it joins the first one, together, they sit at the pit of our stomach, beginning to form a ball, a big ball, like a big beach ball almost. And again, as we breathe out, we become aware and we remain aware of the negativity that is leaving us, whatever the cause of that negativity is, whether it was verbal, emotional, physical, which I hope not, but anything negativity about you that you may have taken on board, just be aware of that leaving you as you breathe out. And as you breathe out, you see the negativity disappear. It dissipates and disappears. Then we take a third breath that we focus on. And this time we can really feel the energy within it. We can feel the power within that breath. And that energy, that breath joins the other two already in our stomach. And as the third one joins, it becomes one big ball of beautiful blue healing energy. And as we feel it in our stomach, just call to mind any part of your body, any piece of your being, your physical body, your mental, emotional bodies, anywhere within those three you're aware of any form of dis-ease. Just allow that healing ball that's inside of you really wrap itself around those areas that are diseased, and just feel it beginning to return those areas towards a state of balance with the rest of our body. And we become more and more aware with each breath that we take as we breathe normally at our own rhythm, the rhythm that suits each one of us individually. We become aware of that healing energy, and I say this every week, I like to see it as a mist, a blue mist, because that's easier to visualize, because it's a physical thing almost, I guess, to a degree anyway. And we feel this blue mist working its way through our body. We can feel it leaving the pit of our stomach, going up through our abdomen, and up into our chest, through our lungs, till it gets to our heart. And at the same time, we're aware of it moving down from the pit of our stomach, down through the pelvic area, our hips, down our thighs, and down to our knees, where it has slowed down a bit. But all the time it is moving. It is just like a cloud being gently blown by a soft breeze. And as it comes to our heart, it stops moving up our body. It stays there, and it almost massages our heart as it helps to return our heart to beat at a steady rhythm and to behave, to operate functionally for our best interest. And we can almost visualize our heart beating steadily and strongly within us as it has returned to a state of balance by the blue mist. And the same with our knees. We see the blue mist almost massaging our knees, the front and the back. And as it does, it brings an almost unimaginable sense of peace, of balance. And behind our knees is where a lot of us keep a lot of stress, which eventually manifests itself into some toxic crystals almost. And this healing energy helps to dissolve them. Where they are no longer toxic, but they can join our bloodstream. And the other organs of our body will have a final purification with them. So when we walk, we will notice our knees seem to move more freely than they did before, as they are returned to balance. And as this is happening, the blue mist has left our knees and gone down through our shin bones, our calves, down to our ankles, where it gives them a gentle rub, a gentle massage. And it goes through to our feet and our toes, where it works around all those parts of our anatomy, bringing release and peace, and gradually returning to balance. And the mist now that was around our shoulders has now moved up to our shoulders. And we can feel it massaging the tops of our shoulders. And just a little bit over the front to our chest. And a little bit down the back. As it gently massages and caresses those parts, those tough, knotted muscles. We feel them almost becoming undone, like someone has undone a knot. And instead of having a knot there, it is just nice, smooth energy, as it should be. And as that happens, our muscles become more relaxed, more effective to do what they are meant to do. As they too are returned to a sense of balance. And finally we come to our head, where the blue mist leaves the back of our shoulders and the front of the shoulders, and at the same time it works up at our neck, the back of our neck, and over the head. At the same time it comes up the front of our throats, over our face, to the top of our head when they meet at the top. And you imagine that this blue healing mist is giving your face a massage, somewhere that hardly ever gets any attention from a therapeutic point of view. And we see it and we feel it coming up the back of our neck. And the same, it's gently massaging all the muscles up there and then across the top of our scalp, where they meet together. And just take a moment or two to visualize and enjoy the feeling of that healing mist completely enveloping every cell of our being. Every cell. Some need a bit more attention than others, but all the time it is helping our body to return to a state of balance, where our body, our physical and our emotional bodies all work together in unison. As we aim towards a relatively stress-free time. And it's a time that you can maintain when you're on your own. We take a few minutes to enjoy this feeling of having this blue mist gently caress and massage our whole body, externally and internally. So all the major organs like liver, heart, kidneys are gently being massaged back to balance as well. So as I say, take a few minutes and just enjoy the vision and the feeling of this beautiful energy just working its way all over us with its soft, gentle touch. And while we're enjoying this feeling, this sensation, just think of someone you may know, friends or family, it matters not. Anyone you may know who you feel could benefit from this same experience. Just call their name to mind and invite them to be a part of it. Doesn't matter how many. Some will say yes, some will say no. Whichever is the right time, the right place. And then we can look further, and we can see our whole planet as if we're in space looking down at our planet or looking across at it. And we see this beautiful blue coloured healing mist around the whole planet, through it, and around it. And we also see that healing mist stretch far and far further out from our planet. As each time we breathe it in, it goes through us, and then it goes outwards. It goes out to infinity. And it is there for any living being that can benefit from it, if they choose. It's there for them also. So we'll just take this last few minutes just to sit in the quiet and enjoying the feeling that this healing mist is bringing you. And bringing the feeling knowing that you have been involved in spreading it out and sharing it out with many others. And just finally, we'll spare a thought for all the people in America who have suffered by the shooting incidents over there in the past few days and weeks. We just send them the healing energy also, wherever they may be. And especially to the loved ones that have been left behind. And all the people involved. We offer them the use of the healing energy. So now it's gradually time to allow your awareness to return to your physical body. And as it does so, if you wish, bring the vision of the planet with all that healing energy around it. Bring that with you. So perhaps if any time during the day you think of it, you could just radiate, spread that thought out to whatever the scenario is. Then you invite people to use it. Whether you've verbalized that or just ask them in your mind, that's fine. But bring that with you. And then as your awareness now becomes more aware, more grounded, I'd ask you just to slowly to open your eyes and don't, with your feet, just give them a rub on the floor. And then if you want to rub your hands together, that's fine. Do whatever is good that works for you to make sure that you are grounded when you walk out of the room that you're in. And before you stand up and let go of anything, just stand up for a few seconds just to get your balance. And then we thank you for being here, for being a part of this, for giving up your time. And we wish you all the best for however much of this day is left for you. And every day thereafter. Not only for you, but your family and friends and loved ones. So all that's left now is for me to say thank you for being a part of it once again. I may look forward to next week. Okay, thank you and take care.